Laughing pretty baby, someday you're gonna be crying. Yeah, you've been laughing pretty baby, someday you're gonna be crying. Further on up the road, you find out I wasn't lying. Further on up the road, someone's gonna hurt you like you hurt me. Further on up the road, someone's gonna hurt you like you hurt me. Further on up the road, darling, just you wait and see. Pretty baby, someday you're gonna be crying. Yeah, you've been laughing pretty baby, someday you're gonna be crying. Further on up the road, you find out I wasn't lying. Further on up the road, someone's gonna hurt you like you hurt me. Further on up the road, someone's gonna hurt you like you hurt me. Further on up the road,
Meow, meow, meow.
Hey guys, I'm Jeff.
I'm Charlie, and this is Bourbon and No Balls.
Well, bourbon with all balls.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I guess if Beth was on, to be no balls. My bad. It's bourbon and only balls.
Yeah. Yeah, Beth is unable to attend tonight.
We didn't do a sound check. We literally just, I'm not sure. So if y'all think we're low or whatever, let us know.
Low, too loud.
All that good stuff. So, all right. So tonight we have a special guest with us here. I would say around 7:15.
Right.
We are going to have. Well, you know the guy. I don't know.
Yeah, his name's Jay Jacobs. He's the Woodford Bourbon Guy. I don't know if anybody follows him on TikTok. I think he's on Facebook, and I think he's on YouTube too. I'm not 100% on that one, but it's the Woodford Bourbon Guy. He'll be on here in a little bit, talking about some of the little projects he's got going on and what he's been doing with his time.
Okay, and then also this Thursday, I think we're going to do it. Is we are going to do a review on the new Bardstown Discovery 12. That's one of the bourbons that we got at the Bourbon Fest over a week ago.
Right.
And we got some other bottles too that we're going to share. Oh, also, if Husky Dog is on. Awesome. Great timing. Grab that. Husky Dog. This is what you're getting, buddy. I finally got it done. So let me look. Man, it smells good too. It smells very good. All right. Oop. Put it up. There you go. This is what you're getting, buddy. The Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Rye Coffee from your friends at Bourbon and Ballz. I finally got it made, so it is fresh. It's only a few hours old, so by the time it gets to you, it'll be about 3 days old. And if you know anything about coffee like I do, I've learned over the years, when you roast coffee, the peak as far as the freshness is from day 3 to about day 30. Right. And after that, it dissipates as far as the freshness of it. So Husky Dog, I've owed you this for quite a while, and I apologize, but man, it's worth the wait. Jeff already, man, this thing smells fantastic.
Yeah, it does.
I didn't smell it yet.
Man, it smells great.
Good God. Oh my God, it smells great. So Husky Dog, you are getting this in the mail. Again, it's a Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Rye coffee. Let me know what you think, because I get to try it. I'm going to have it tomorrow morning at work. So I guess we'll find out then too. So I held back a few scoops. I wanted to try it myself. So anyway, so Husky Dog, you should get that in the mail later on this week, buddy. And maybe we'll give away some more on the show. So all right, so we got that out of the way. And then today's sponsor, as it has been last few weeks, is we need to mention is the Whiskey Grail. Whiskey
Grail, that's right. I'm still working with them on pricing and a discount code. They're going to come on. We do. They want to come on the show. We're going to have them on next Monday to go through everything, get the discount code, let you guys know how to purchase these. Yeah, if you're not familiar with them, it's a American White Oak charred on the inside, just like a regular bourbon barrel, and it kind of takes the bite out, I guess. You can put the same kind of whiskey in from there and in the Glencairn, and they will taste different. It's just the way that the char on the inside handles that flavor.
Yep. So we'll get that going, and maybe we'll do a giveaway before too long. Maybe not on this show, but we'll do a giveaway before too long.
Yeah.
Say hello to a few people. Torp, I'm gonna say cheers to you for logging in at 1:40 p.m. We were not there, but cheers to you anyway, buddy. Sean, I want to stop here for a second. Say hello to you and Brian, and also give you guys a special thanks for joining us at last week's event over at the Mayflower. That was It went better than I expected.
Yes. Well, we didn't know what to expect. It being our first real live on location. I mean, we had one at the cigar, Creekside Cigar, but that was kind of janky, I guess. But this one turned out really well. Tony Scott it started out kind of I don't know, a little tense because I guess he didn't know what to expect either, because this is the first time they've done something like this too. And by the end of the show, everybody's very happy, and Tony was even talking about bringing us back on possibly a recurring basis.
Yeah.
So we'll work out all those details. And if you missed the event, it was a really good time.
We met some new friends.
Yep, met some new friends. Keith, I don't know if Keith is on tonight, but he came in off the street up there in Troy, and was walking around. So he looked on his phone what to do in downtown Troy, and
came to the show.
Came to the show.
So yeah, so hopefully we'll be back there before too long, and it was great nevertheless. And Cast 529, I appreciate the giveaways that you guys did, and your following that you brought up with you. We had about 20 people up there for the first time, 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Whereas the place would have probably been dead.
Right.
So it's just a weird timing, but I think he was kind of trying us on for size.
Well, yeah, and that was the first time. I think they had just opened like the week prior to start with their brunch. The 2:00, 1 to 2 o'clock deal that they had first time. So again, like I said, it's first time for everything for everybody. So, but overall it went very well. And yeah, shout out to Sean and Ryan. I want to thank you guys as well.
Yep, and the rest of the crew.
Yep, and we're going to try and shoot for a later date or later time. Maybe get a prime time spot.
Yep.
Just depends on what he's got going on what weekend, but we'll figure it all out and let you guys know.
Yep. And then Gandy, let's go Bengals, dude. I cannot wait. Whatever. You guys are 3-0, so shut the hell up. So, so I cannot wait till an hour from now, about an hour and 10 minutes till kickoff. It's a guaranteed win because everything aligns for a win.
Yep. And Jeff Castle, if he's on tonight, if not, he was the only one last week that selected the Atlanta Falcons with me.
Yep.
Everybody else, yeah.
What do we give away on that one?
We have to go back and look at the show.
I have to go back. If email, let us know. But if not, otherwise, we'll go back and look. I totally forgot. Maybe we did a Disco 12 for all I know.
Just listen to me. Familiar. Just listen to me. We're 3-0. Right. So. And
then Dollar Bill, your gift is on the way. I got yours. I feel like I'm starting to get caught up on samples. That's one of the last few weeks. It's been I won't bore you with the details, but it's been a nutty, as we all do from time to time in our lives, get busy with our day jobs. And last couple of weeks was no exception. So I do appreciate your guys' patience on that. I am feeling like that I'm starting to get caught up. So if I missed a few of you guys, please email us. It's not intentional, but I think I got almost everybody. There's a couple locals that I need to get. So Dollar Bill, your stuff should be coming here soon. So I appreciate that. So of course, Cast 529. So Brian, again, you and Shauna, thanks again for a great time. That's something that whenever we go out there, it's going to be a collective thing where both channels will go out there regularly, and it's going to be a Cast 529 and Bourbon and Ballz thing.
Yeah, and it was kind of a surprise too, because Tony actually threw in 2 bottles of his cigar batch for a giveaway, which was a nice surprise.
Yes. So, and then cheers Husky Dog as well, and I cannot wait till you try your coffee. I obviously will try mine tomorrow morning. I haven't tried it, so I infused it with a Jack Daniel's barrel proof rye. And what proof is on it? Grab that green bottle there. Nope. There.
Oh, here.
Yep. So what is that?
142.1.
So it's 142 proof. I put a few teaspoons of that in the coffee flavoring, along with some base oils. I think it took. It smells like it took the flavoring of that. So yeah, by all means, cannot wait for you to try that new Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye coffee. So let's see how that goes.
Yeah.
So, all right. Bourbon Nerd, cheers, buddy. Thanks for joining. Mr. Bukowski, thanks as always. And, oh, by the way, our gifts got mixed up at the show.
That's right.
So you'll be getting that maybe in a couple of different packages. So you should get something this week. Real quick, let's see. Husky Shauna. Alien Adams. Alan Adams. Alien. I swear to God, my eyes are so bad. I thought it said alien. Oh my God, whatever your name is, dude. You know, Alien Adams, sure.
What do you say, Alan?
So, all right, buddy. Hey, Beth is on. She's busy attending her herd at home. She is a farmer. So don't forget about that. So she's got to attend that and whatnot. So, all right. So I think we're caught up. We're waiting on Mr. Woodford Guy. He should be joining us here soon.
Send him a link.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that'd been something if I did. So, all right. In the meantime, let's. You got any announcements? Because people love your announcements.
People love my announcements. Oh man.
We got Bourbon on the Banks coming up.
Yep, October 5th. We have Bourbon on the Banks. We will be at the Big Bourbon Tent. We've been invited to come over there with Steve and hang out and have some drinks. And
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Big Bourbon Club, BBC.
Yeah, I know about that. I didn't know we got invited to his tent.
Yeah, he last week I think it was. He sent me a text and told us to swing on over.
All right. What else you got?
Let's see. Right now, that's the biggest thing right now is October 5th. We've got It's Bourbon Baby on October 7th.
Oh my God, It's Bourbon Baby's gonna kill my ass.
Yeah.
I have rescheduled on her twice already. She's probably think we're full of shit, which we are, but I didn't do it intentionally. I swear to God. It was just weird timing, and she doesn't want to hear the excuses, but nevertheless, we owe her a huge apology on that one.
Yep. And then let's see the next week.
All right, Ralphie from Puerto Rico's on.
Oh no.
It's Brittany. There's too much to explain on that one, guys. I don't even know how to explain it. We're just gonna let that one go. Maybe one day I'll explain Ralphie.
Yeah.
Or Raphael class. Everyone say hello to Ralphie. He has not been on this show before. I know who he is. He's coming all the way from Puerto Rico. He just got himself some Buffalo Trace.
Did he really?
Yes. So
wow.
So everybody say cheers to Ralphie.
What do you say, Ralphie?
I cannot believe you freaking came on this damn show. So all right. Nevertheless, we have more important things to do, including to get the Woodford Bourbon Guy here from Tik Tok. Let's all give him a Bourbon and Ballz hello, and let's see what this is all about. So hello, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you coming on today. So those out there, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know what it is with YouTubers, and I'm included. Like for some reason, we stick to what we know, and sometimes we don't venture over to TikTok. But I've been telling people, like there is a world out there over in TikTok. It's not just for high schoolers and whatnot. Like there is an adult world over there where there's definitely things for everyone. So if you could indulge us and let us know who you're all about and what exactly you do.
Cool. Woodford Bourbon Guy. My real name is Jay. I'm Woodford Bourbon Guy because I live in Woodford County, Kentucky. I grew up in Woodford County. I graduated from Woodford County High School. There are 3 predominant distilleries in Woodford County, one being Woodford Reserve, Castle and Key, which is formerly Old Taylor, and Glens Creek Distillery, which is formerly Old Crow. So that's where I grew up. I grew up down about a half a mile from Old Taylor, which is now Castle and Key. If you've ever done those tours, you kind of know where I grew up. That was an abandoned distillery. Same with LeBreau and Graham, which is now Woodford Reserve. That was abandoned. That didn't reopen until 94, 95 timeframe, which I was already out of high school by that point. So I'm Woodford Bourbon Guy for that reason. I'm not a huge fan of Woodford Reserve. That's usually one of the first questions I get when I'm live on TikTok. But I'm Woodford Bourbon Guy to pay homage to Woodford County, where I live, still reside, and grew up. So there's that. And I do a lot. I started on TikTok I have ventured into Instagram. I do post on YouTube. A lot of my content is very similar between the three platforms. I do have my own Facebook page now, and I'm just doing my own thing. And yes, there is a big world of bourbon folks on TikTok. I've got about 12.2 thousand followers on TikTok, and that's where I'm probably have the most. And then I think I have a little over 1,000 on Instagram, and then I don't even know if I have but a handful on YouTube. So
I mean, I tell people that all the time. So now that you kind of validated it, there is that world over on TikTok that people, I think, sometimes feel that they don't venture over there for maybe some stereotypical reasons, right? But
sure.
I've seen your stuff on there. It's definitely entertainment, and that's what I guess it's all about, anyways.
Absolutely, education and entertainment, a little both.
Yeah.
Right.
Being from Kentucky, I feel like it's my job to inform people about things here, things to do on the Bourbon Trail, places to go, places to see. I get a lot of people ask me where to go when they come in town. So I feel like that's part of it when you're from Kentucky, is you pass along the information. So,
yeah.
So with that, have you done? I would imagine you've done the trail itself, if not all of it.
No, I've done a few pieces of it.
Okay, all right.
I'm 48 years old, and I've lived here my whole entire life. So, and I'm actually fairly new to bourbon. I've only been doing bourbon for January will be 3 years for me. I've only been drinking and buying bourbon for almost 3 years. So
you're like a lot of people that we talk to, is probably right around the pandemic. Right about that time.
2020, January of 2022 is post-pandemic.
Wow.
Now I built my bar. The bar was built. I'm in my garage behind my house, by the way, guys. I built my bar in my garage in 2020, but I was not a bourbon drinker. So the beer signs, if you see beer signs behind me, sorry, I'm having a hard time seeing.
No,
I can't even see myself in the little box up there, by the way.
You're fine.
Is there a way to expand that where I can see myself?
Let's see. Let me press a few buttons and see what happens. That's the opposite way. Nope, that's wrong. I'm just gonna press all kinds of buttons. Hold on.
My eyesight's not working well tonight. But anyway, that's why you see a lot of the beer signs, because I originally just built this as a bar to hang out with my friends. When bars got shut down, I decided to build my own. But I was not a bourbon drinker at the time. And then, if you go back and watch some of my early content on TikTok,
there you go.
There I am. There it is. Right. Yeah. It's opposite of myself. Anyway, I built the bar for my friends to have a place to hang out. But then in 2022, I decided to venture into bourbon, and the rest is history. So. Okay.
All right. So, we got to ask those generic questions because, well, we're that way. Damn. Hold on for a second before I ask you this question. I see this. How much stag do you have in the back? What's going on there?
Oh, yeah. If you follow me on TikTok, you will know that I have the entire stag vertical from batch 1 to batch 24A, and I have 6 store picks, and then I have 6 or 7 back. I think I have 36 bottles of stag total. They go all the way down there.
Oh my!
Holy shit!
Way down there.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I have a 14.5-foot shelf above my head, and almost the whole entire shelf is stag.
I mean, I love stag myself. Don't get me wrong. Damn, that is awesome. So my favorite, I don't know what, I want to talk about this for a second, if you don't mind.
Sure.
My favorite is the 12, only because maybe I haven't had the 9 from what I understand. But to me, the 12, I would put that up against any stag senior almost, right? Or where would you take it at?
So for me, sorry. I don't have all my batches open. I do like to, for the most part, have a backup if I'm going to open a bottle.
Oh, that's fair enough.
I do have my batch 12 open. I don't have a backup. I treated myself and popped batch 12 because I got so many folks like you that were talking about it and saying how it was a GTS killer and all that. I popped it, and I need to come back to it. And if you want, I can pour it tonight, or I was going to do a fresh crack on a 13-year Penelope American Light that I just got in. This one's 130.
No, yours not 13 years, is it?
Yeah, I think mine is, but I don't have it with me tonight.
I've got this is the third different proof of 13-year light whiskey that I have, and then I have the 15-year, and then I have a 15-year store pick. I'm a big Penelope. I think I have around 40 bottles of Penelope. I'm a huge Penelope, but I just got this one in, and I was going to fresh crack it with you guys tonight. And if we get frisky, I can go back to batch 12. So everything's backwards. So
actually, it's not backwards on our camera.
I know, but when my movements are backwards.
Oh, gotcha.
So
it looks like that's about 130 proof, 131.4 proof.
131.4. This is the 13-year. This is the original. And if you know the backstory on American Light Whiskey was something that Seagram's did. And when MGP bought Seagram's in 2013, they inherited all of those barrels.
Wow. Yeah, I'm a big Penelope fan myself.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got that. I got a couple of the Takajis. I don't know how many architects I've got. The Penelope Architect it's heaven.
So
the Architect's one of my least favorite, but I do like some of the store picks better than the batched.
Yeah,
I don't like the barrel strength. The red label.
I like the barrel strength, and I like the toasted.
Okay.
The American Light's probably one of my favorites. I do love the Valencia as well.
Oh yeah.
Valencia is awesome.
The Takai, the new 8-year Takai is amazing.
Okay.
So it's pronounced Takai. It's not Takaji.
No, it's Tokai.
Tokai.
It's a Tokai. It's a Hungarian. Tokai is a Hungarian sweet wine.
I thought it was Japanese.
No, Hungarian sweet wine. Either way, it's good.
Yeah,
it's got a nice finish. But it's a rye. It's a finished rye. I'm a big fan of finished ryes.
Yeah.
So one of our viewers, we're going to jump back and forth if you don't mind, and we kind of work that way anyways. We're always all over the place.
Absolutely.
One of our viewers is asking, I'm going back to the Stag when they saw your luscious collection. They're asking 16, batch 16 or 22A. You have thoughts on either one of those?
I don't have either open. I've not tried either, and I apologize for not being able to answer that question for you. 22A is rumored to be lost juice from the 2021 GTS batch that didn't get released because it was not high enough quality to be GTS.
See, that's what I've always thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I've heard it on batch 18, the 131 proof, the first non-junior batch. And then I've also heard it on 22A. I've heard it on both. I don't have confirmation on either of those rumors. But as soon as I get a backup bottle of 22A, I will try to help you out with that.
Yeah, I think I have 22A. I'm not sure.
I've heard really good things about 22A. 18 is one of my favorite batches.
I've got 18. It's really good.
I think I skipped. I kind of went over your question earlier about batch 12. Right now, for me, my favorite batch is going to be batch 14 or batch 18. And it's a toss-up. I am going to blind 12, 14, and 18 against each other and see if I can determine a clear winner. But I'm waiting. There's a fourth kicker in there. And you've heard the rumor that 12 is a GTS killer. So the year that batch 12 was out was 2019. So I've got a friend sending me a handshake of a 2019 GTS. So I'm going to throw, as the fourth in the blind will be a 2019 GTS. So I'm going to blind batch 12, batch 14, batch 18, and a 2019 GTS.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so I should have some clear answers after I do the blind, because I think a lot of times our mind gets too involved when we start thinking about which is better.
Yeah, no, I get that. And of course, you all on YouTube want to watch that. You all are going to have to go over to TikTok and find out. I'm telling you.
I will probably post a short version on TikTok, and I will probably post the full I'm going to start doing shorter things on TikTok and post longer things on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to go on that, right? So,
I'm taking some advice from some other content creators. YouTube, if you don't catch their attention like this on TikTok, you lose them. They watch 7 to 10 seconds of your video. If you don't grab their attention quick, and they just move on. So you got to grab their attention, show them what they want, and then the people that want more detailed content, the people that want the detailed information about each batch, I can post that on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure. So Matt Bykowski is asking, between Penelope and Stag, that's over 75 bottles on 2 varieties. I'm not sure how he did that math, but he must be a math wizard. How many bottles 40. In the whole? How many bottles in the whole collection? I guess he's wondering as far as
800. I have right around 800 bottles.
Wow. I thought my 500
I just
was
downloaded the Only Drams app, and the only thing I have in there right now is my Stag and my BTAC and my Pappy. And so,
Jesus. Okay. Real quick, remind people who just got on, what is your YouTube channel? Is it the same name?
I am fortunate that I am Woodford Bourbon Guy on all platforms. TikTok, right, Instagram, Clap. I'm on Clapper too. I don't do much. I post
on what?
Clapper.
What the hell is that?
So when
it sounds like old ladies turn on the light.
It's a different version of TikTok. It's very similar to TikTok. And so I'm there. I secured the username. I post the same content I do on my TikTok. And then I'm the same on Instagram, even on X, which is formerly Twitter. I've been able to secure my username on just about everything. And I've got a website, but it's free right now, and I need to secure the actual WoodfordBourbonGuy.com.
You better hurry. One of these numbskulls here is going to ask you for a royalty.
Speaking of royalties, your old sponsor are really good friends of mine. And
oh, really?
So Adam at Whiskey Grail hooked me up with my very own, and I did a review on it on my TikTok. I'm a big fan. I even have them in my link tree on my bios on most of my pages. So I'm glad that they've hooked up with you guys. They're really awesome.
Yeah, we saw a lot of these getting used down at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival too. People would actually brought them from the outside, so it was nice to see them even at the festival.
Yeah,
I was one of the first that got the logo. So
nice.
I was one of the first logoed ones they did. They were live and doing distillery stuff, and I said, "Why don't you do my TikTok logo?" And they were like, "Well, I guess we can." So I talked them into it. They sent it to me, and the rest is history.
Yeah, they've ours is like double-sided. They got Bourbon and Ballz on one side, and then they got our logo on the other.
Yeah, very nice of them.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't know if you were on when we were talking about them earlier. I'm working with them as well as far as they like to come on the show and they want to talk about it and help promote it and all that kind of stuff. And I'm still working through all those details. So, but yeah, they were very generous to send us a few of these and help us out a little bit anyway, I guess.
I sent Adam all the information for Bourbon on the Banks, but I'm not sure. I don't think they're coming.
Are you going to be down there then?
I will.
Okay,
I'm attending as just a regular person walking around and enjoying it.
All right. Well, we're going to be that regular people go down there as well. We can't wait for a couple weeks to go down to Bourbon on the Banks, and we may do some footage. But man, if it was half as fun as the Kentucky Bourbon Festival, we're in for a treat. It's
my first time. I mean, it's only I live in Versailles and I work in Frankfurt, so it's only 30 minutes from my house and like 7 minutes from my work, where you're going to be for Bourbon Festival. So.
Okay, so
and you'll be less than a mile from Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, and won't be too far from Castle McKee. We just got back from there, doing a tour. And I gotta be honest with you, I don't know how much experience you've had with Castle McKee. We did a interview with them last week. I gotta be honest, I never was a fan with them at the early stages. I didn't really care for them. It's too young for me, and I've almost kind of made fun of them on the show. But I will say this. We've when we visited them last week at Kentucky Bourbon Festival. In all honesty, their 2024 batch is noticeably different and noticeably better.
Good. I swore them off in 2022. I bought the first 4 batches. I bought 1, 2, 3, and 4. Batch 1 is the best. Then it's 4, 3, and 2 for me.
Okay.
Out of those 4, I swore them off. I wanted to like them. Both all my bottles are half empty. I've really gone through them, and I kept praying that it would open up and get better.
Yeah. I would agree with that. So
another couple years of, and the biggest thing I could say about it back in 2022 was that it was just too young. You know, you got to look at it from an economic standpoint. You know, they didn't source juice, so they lived and survived as a distillery on gin, vodka, and rye whiskey sales. And so they had to get something to market that would put some money in the bank. And I felt like they pressured batch 1 out too quickly. And then it kind of but they put out 6 batches in 2022. I believe they did 6 batches in 23, and they're probably on track to do the same here in 24. I did not try the wheat whiskey, and I'm actually optimistic. I do want to try one of their single barrels because I'm a huge fan of single barrel whiskey.
They've got a 7-year that they're going to be releasing this week at the distillery, and then they'll have it available at Bourbon on the Banks.
That was really good.
That was very good.
I was gonna say I can drive by there and pick one up, or I could just wait and get it at Bourbon on the Banks.
Yeah.
I will probably, if it's 7 years old, I will probably buy it.
Yeah, well, when we tasted it, I will say that that might be my first Castle and Key buy since the very first batch, because I kind of swore them off initially as well for the same reasons you did. Did
you try their wheated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It was very good too.
It wasn't very good either. I didn't buy it nor try it.
Yeah, it was very good. We tried the wheated. We tried their 2024 batch 1, the 7-year, and the Restoration Rye. The 2024 batch of Restoration Rye, and they were all 1,000% better than those previous batches.
Good. I've thought the Restoration Rye was actually good from the get-go.
I did too.
The younger batches of that were good. I have some friends. They're on a lot of social media, but they've taken a hiatus. They're called the Basement Rick House. They're in Frankfurt, but they did a single barrel Restoration Rye pick, and I did pick that up, and it was really good.
Okay.
Yeah, we met with Will Arvin and John, and his last name escapes me. He's their national brand ambassador. And I didn't know. I mean, Will's not even he's not a bourbon guy. He's not a whiskey guy. He's an attorney. No, he's an investor. He's an attorney. They had set up a tour for us at the distillery. And the girl that took us around said that he was looking for a passion project. And I'm like, that's my hell of a passion project.
That's code for FU money.
Right. Well, their master distiller left right before the launch of batch 1.
Yeah, so there's rumors going around there as far as, since you are in that area, what is it that you know as far as why Mary Neves left? I know she was on a show later on a different show, and I know there's currently a lawsuit going on with her and Castle.
I don't know if I feel like she's been tight-lipped. I can say what my gut is, and my gut is I feel like maybe she did not want to push it out prematurely because she knew it wasn't going to be good, and she didn't want to put her name on it. That's what my gut tells me. Whether it's true or not, it's completely a speculation on my part. So don't.
I know, and that's been my guess all along too. Just because she left in a timely manner, I mean, right before the release.
I feel like I think she does really good stuff, and I feel like there was some good bones, and I always, every review I did, always went back to it's just too young, and some bourbons you can pull it 4 years. Well, okay, let me take that back. They are at disadvantage because they are a new bourbon company, a new distillery, and they only had 4-year distillate at that point.
Right.
A lot of other established distilleries can take the 4-year bourbon and blend it with older stuff to make it better.
Sure.
They did not have that luxury to take the older distillate and blend to make a better batch. They were only at the sole discretion of what barrels they had, and they were all 4-year barrels at that point.
Yeah, no, I would agree. I just think that hopefully some of those people who left gives them a try again. I know some of them won't ever come back, but
I will still tell you to this day, it's my hometown distillery.
Okay.
I tried my best to love it when they launched their first small batch stuff, and I've not swore them off. I've just not financially invested any money until I could get some assurance that the product that I'm buying is going to be good.
Have you heard the story about they found an old 1917 bottle of E.H. Taylor?
Barrel.
No, it was a bottle.
Oh, was it a barrel?
Just a bottle.
Okay, that's a barrel.
Oh, just a bottle. Yeah.
Yeah, they found it in
they probably found. So, good friend of my family, one of my dad's best friend, bought the distillery in 1998. I actually own a bottle that was produced under that distillery name, which was called Stone Castle. I'm sure they found. His son is still alive. I can actually call him and find out what they found. I keep it close by. It's probably one of my most prized bottles, and it's not the prettiest thing in the world.
I've never seen that ever in my life.
So the reason most people have not seen this bottle is because it's sourced juice from, we're thinking wild turkey, but the reason that most people haven't seen it is they did not have a license to sell in the United States, but they distributed to
Oh
Japan.
my God, look at that.
So these are all Japanese export bottles. The story on how I even came across this bottle is crazy. I have a guy that ran a cigar shop that I knew from my hometown, and they dabbled a little in bourbon at their cigar shop. This guy walks in to their cigar shop with the bottle, and the guy's like, I don't know anything about it. He's like, my buddy Jay may know. So he texts me pictures of this bottle, and I honestly didn't know anything about it. Long story short is I took a chance for $500 and bought it. And the last ones on Unicorn Auction went for $1,700, somewhere in that price range. And for me, it's not about the money. This bottle is the only bottles they made. There were several different barrels, but these are the only bottles to come out of Old Taylor Distillery from the time that they shut down in 1972 until Castle and Key bought them in 2018 ish, 2017, 2018.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So, little piece of history here, and take a look at the bottle shape. Tell me what that bottle looks like.
It looks like Michter's.
It's a major brand.
Looks like Michter's.
It is. It's the same. I can put it right next to my Michter's 10. This is a Michter's 10 bottle.
That's amazing.
Before Michter's even was a distillery.
Wow.
That's absolutely amazing bottle. That's got to be your prized possession.
It is. It's priceless to me. I mean, you could throw a value on it, but for me, I told my dad about it. My dad was best friends with the guy that started this, that put this out. And the man, his name was Cecil Withrow. He tragically had a heart attack. I talked to his son on this exact barrel. They bottled it, and 2 weeks later, he had a massive heart attack and died. And his son hand labeled them all after his death. And my friend Michael, his son's initials are on every label of this bottle.
Wow.
I've talked to him in depth about this. I want him on camera. I want to meet him down at Castle and Key, and I want him to tell me the history of Stone Castle, the legacy of his father, and the importance of this bottle in the bourbon world. I can't get him to do that yet, but I'm working on him. I feel like it would be an amazing story.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing. Yeah. Yeah. One of the things that they were telling us about that bottle that they found is they actually sent it off to get it analyzed to figure out kind of what was the mash bill, what was, what kind of corn, what kind of, ingredients basically. And they said,
there you go. Look at that shit.
So this is another one of my prized possessions. This is a 1934 Old Taylor, 50 milliliter, or actually it's a 1/10 of a liter. So if you, I can't, I'm having a hard time, but if you look at the very bottom line, it says a medicinal spirits company. So this was all under the medicinal whiskey licensing that they had during Prohibition. Even though Prohibition had technically ended in 34, this was still bottled under that license.
Wow.
So, and you just started this 3 years ago?
Yes.
Holy shit.
So the thing that gives me passion right now is finding things, especially stuff like this, because this is from my hometown. This was made a half a mile from where I grew up. It was made with water from the creek banks that I ran up and down as a kid and fished. We used to run the creek banks behind Castle and Key, you know, the dam and the spillway there. And we would walk the creek banks and come in, even though the distillery was shut down. National Brands owned it. And so they employed security guards to troll the grounds because those warehouses never were empty. Even though Old Taylor stopped producing whiskey in 72, those warehouses stayed full because National Brands bought them. So they were full of Jim Beam barrels.
Wow.
From the whole time. So they had security guards to protect the barrels in the rick houses.
Right. Now we saw the big cement building that was built around World War II. As you leave Castle and Key, you head, was that north toward Glens Creek? That old rick house that sits right alongside the road, is that thing still
is that still operational?
They have, unless they crack, there were several that have fallen. There was one rick house right where the parking lot is for Castle and Key, and that warehouse, when the distillery was shut down, that rick house fell and collapsed in early 2000s, I believe. And it was, so they scavenged. I think a ton of people made a ton of money off of the wood from that rick house. But there used to be a rick house right there. And that's why you see that metal thing across the road. They used to roll barrels from that rick house over back and forth both ways. So it doesn't make a lot of sense now because it goes over to an empty parking lot. But there used to be a rick house where the parking lot is now.
Wow.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. I tell you what, I gotta be honest with you. I didn't know what the hell we were going to talk about tonight, but Jesus Christ, we just got a nice, a hell of a history lesson.
I wish I knew more fully about the history, but I'm trying to wrap my head around my history.
Yeah.
To make sense of things that really pertain to me and like I said, my growing up. So, it's been fun.
That was a phenomenal story.
Yeah, I'm kind of like you. I'm trying to wrap my head around my history too, because I've got relations to Jim Beam, and through my dad's mother, his mother's side. I think her great grandfather, I think it was Jim Beam's brother.
Oh wow,
or something like that. I mean, like I said, I'm trying to wrap my head around all that too, and then. My great grandfather, he ran away from home at 9 years old to run the riverboats running whiskey.
Yeah.
For real.
It's crazy. I mean, so this is I'll give you this as a lot of people ask me, Jay, why did you start into bourbon at such an old age, or, why did you wait so long? First of all, I didn't like the taste of whiskey. I purposefully started drinking whiskey to have something in common with my mother. I love my mom dearly. We would talk once a week on the phone, but we just didn't have a lot in common. So other than, my kids and things like that, we just didn't have any common interests. And she was always talking about wine, and she really kind of got into bourbon. And I have a lot of other friends into bourbon. I'm like, you know what? I just told my wife, I said, I'm going to start drinking whiskey and make myself like it because I want to have something in common with my mother.
Mm-hmm.
And the cool thing for you guys is I'm going to Bourbon on the Banks with my mom, and
nice.
we're doing that together. So if we run into each other, I'll introduce you to my mother, who is the reason that I started doing all this. Now I've far succeeded as far as my collection, what she had. I kind of have a little bit obsessive compulsive, but it's still cool when I get a good bottle that I can call mom and be like, because I wanted these moments to where I could just randomly pick up the phone, call mom, and say, "Hey, guess what bottle I just got?
Yeah.
I've been looking for this Evan Williams, whatever, for a long time, and I just found one." Or she'll call me and be like, "Hey, just guess what Wild Turkey Distillery has today?" She picked me up the 70th anniversary bottle and had Jimmy Russell sign it for me. So for me, bourbon has given me a means to have more in common with my mom, something I can share with her. Anytime I go to our house, I take my aged in ore little bag with 4 bottles, and I'm always taking stuff to share. And when I'm there, I have stuff I can try her stuff, and it's just a neat experience. Before she's bringing 4 of her friends over to my bar before Bourbon on the Banks, I'm giving them a private tasting here of stuff they've never had before. They're going to come belly up to my bar, and I'm going to get to share some of the cool things that they won't have the opportunity to try. For me, sharing bourbon is one of the most amazing things. I don't like to drink alone. I never, ever come out here and drink by myself. Every time I drink, I'm either live on one of my social media platforms or some way that I can share what I'm experiencing with other folks. So
yeah, that's great. That is really great.
Well, I can't thank you enough for being on. I tell you what,
We're glad to have you back on because
yeah, we didn't get the things I wanted to talk about yet.
I don't know. I'm not under any time restraint, so we can stay on as long as you want. But next, I'll make you this deal.
Sure.
Next time that we go live, let's plan it ahead. I will send you all some handshakes of some things, and we'll drink them together.
Yes.
We'll try to pick some stuff that you've never had. I'm a big connoisseur of course, Stag, but I'm also a hazmat connoisseur. I love anything 140 proof plus. The highest proof I have 176 proof grain spirit.
I got one too. I got it off of you.
Yeah. So that's been fun sharing that whiskey with other people because otherwise most people would have never had the opportunity to.
Right.
And it's not about money at that point. It's about being able to get it out into other people's hands.
Yeah, no, I find joy in seeing if other people get what I get, right? As far as off the bourbon. If not, I can learn a thing or two, watching them give their own notes and all that kind of stuff. So to your what you're saying is as far as drinking with others rather than drinking alone, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. I'm horrible with tasting notes. So we drink together. We're going to talk about something. I'm going to probably tell you how good the nose is. I'm going to tell you how good the front palate is, the mid palate, and the finish. And then we'll talk about an overall value about whether it's worth MSRP, it's worth secondary. That's the kind of stuff that when I review a bottle, that's pretty much what I'm going to give you. Last week, I did a side-by-side comparison of the new Bardstown Origin Wheated and Weller 107. And I'm not going to tell you tasting notes. I'm going to tell you that it's sweet on the front end, things like that. But I'm horrible with tasting notes. Now, I've learned a lot when I can taste the same things with folks like you. If we taste this and you're really good with tasting notes and you say, man, I get cinnamon, man, I get dark fruits, I get cherries, I get light fruits, I get banana. Those suggestions help me because it lets my brain kind of focus in on some of those things and be like, okay, I agree with you on the light fruit, but I don't on the dark, or it lets me think about them. So I really enjoy drinking with folks that do know tasting notes because it helps me to start to recognize some of those things that maybe I just don't know what I'm really tasting.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's kind of like I am. I wasn't very good at it either, and I'm still really not myself. But you got to kind of take that a little bit with a grain of salt because you start getting that suggestion. I taste chocolate. Well, okay, now I taste chocolate. But yeah, hearing other people talk about it or reading other people's reviews, then I can start. Yeah, okay, I can kind of see that, and it only helps just to keep sampling and keep trying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
I tell you what, we'll once we got some games and we got some giveaways to do this evening.
Okay.
I know people are waiting patiently, but I am going to tell you this: we've got to have you back on because I didn't get to my questions. And then that's not an insult. I'm telling you, this was awesome.
Great. Well, I'm glad. I enjoy talking about it, and it's a lot of fun for me. I like hanging out with people who like the stuff that I like. So it's a great opportunity to get to share what I've learned in the last couple of years, and I'm always willing to learn more.
So one more time for the viewers at home, when and where can they find you?
Woodford Bourbon Guy on pretty much any social media platform. TikTok is my primary. I do most on TikTok. I go live usually a couple times a week. I don't have a set schedule. Typically live a couple times a week on TikTok, and I post frequently to Instagram and occasionally to YouTube. But I'm going to start doing a little more longer content on my YouTube channel.
All right. Well, you got a great community over here waiting for you. So when you do that, we'll.
I appreciate sharing that out.
We had a few people sub already, and those who joined in late, I would strongly suggest you guys go back and watch this episode. It's an awesome story about Castle and Key and the history of it and the things that I think only he and a few other people might have known. It was a great time having you on, and then looks like we're gonna catch up with you at Bourbon and the Banks here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, let's catch up and get a drink and chat for a little bit.
Absolutely, you got my number. Text me. I'll try to find you at some point, and I'll introduce you to my mother, who is the whole reason that I'm into this stuff. So,
all right, brother. All right, we'll see you.
Thanks, man.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Cheers. See you.
Holy shit, man, that was great.
Wow.
I didn't get to my questions.
Yeah.
That's when you know you have a good interview.
Yeah.
When you don't even get to the questions.
Yeah, I was
story about his thing with Castle and Key. I live for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I was wanting to ask him a little bit. He does some different projects. He does different like honey barrels, and I think he's got one going out with the honey barrel and Jim Beam Black.
Okay.
Where he fills up the little mini barrel and he lets it age. And, I just want to ask him a little bit about that, but we'll get him next time.
We'll do a part 2 for him for sure.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. So, for those who have waited, I appreciate that. We're gonna do some games and kind of speed this up because, as Gandy will tell you, the Bengals kick off in about 20 minutes.
They're gonna lose. Don't worry about it.
No, they're not. They're not gonna lose. There's no freaking way they're gonna lose. I'm telling you. And then. Let's see here.
You share your screen.
Beth did these. There we go. Beth did these questions, so I have no freaking clue what questions she has. So, what are we going to give away? Is my question to myself and to you, Jeff. I think. So I had to do a little clean out over the weekend because of the bottles that we got from Bourbon Festival. And if you saw behind the camera, you couldn't see the counter to the kitchen here or the kitchenette. So I got like a little corner of things I'd like to get rid of that people I think would enjoy.
You don't like that Corazon?
That Corazon, I will give that with somebody who freaking just takes it off my damn hands. That thing is horseshit.
It's Blanton's Corazon.
No, that thing is horseshit. No, it wasn't. It was Weller's.
Is that Weller?
Yeah.
I thought it said Blanton's. Okay.
I don't know. So,
but we could give a sample of the Baker's High Rye Bourbon.
Yeah, people haven't had that, so that's what we're gonna do. We'll do that. We'll do a few bottles.
Yeah.
In celebration of the festival. What else do we get? We're gonna save the disco for next week because we haven't done a review on it
right.
Yet.
Yes, you may.
I never did have that last week. What other bottles did we pick up?
We picked up.
I got K. Luke.
Yep, we got K. Luke. We got. I think we talked about this last week. I got the Pursuit United Double Oak Rye.
You cracked that open?
Not yet.
Are you going to?
Well, yeah. Then we got the Double Oak Bourbon too.
Okay. I'll crack mine open and give that away if you want.
That's fine. Whatever. What do you want to do?
Okay, so we'll do the Pursuit United Double Oak Rye, and it'll be a rye night, and then a Baker's Rye, Baker's 7 Rye. What else we got?
We got some Buzzard's Roost straight rye whiskey smoked barrel.
All right, we can go ahead and see what people think. I think it tastes like an ashtray.
I like it.
All right, that we got one more. We'll do 4. Here, you did 2. I'll do 2. I'll do that, and I don't know, some random shit. Is it all rye? No, you went bourbon. Let's do another bourbon.
No, they're both rye. This is a rye.
That's a rye?
Yeah, straight rye whiskey.
Oh, I know what I'll do. Hold on 1 second. Real quick, hold on. I want someone to try this. This is really good.
Oh, yeah.
Drop it.
Yeah. Oh, watch the camera.
So this is a spearmint
This,
freaking 4.
God, yes, this is very good.
All right. Oops. Let's get this shit out of the way. Let's. I want to show the screen real quick what we're doing here. We are gonna give the Boss Hog. There we go. This is the Siren Song. It is finished in Greek fig nectar and Gratch Centura barrels. I don't know what the hell that means.
You're right, Brian. I'm
What?
with you. Bengals 0-3.
Whatever.
Yeah, we're on TikTok. You want to get into the Cahoots game?
Bring all the barrels. We'll show them all the bottles.
Okay. Jump on over either to our YouTube page or flip over and I'll read off that code for the Cahoots game. There we go.
There we go.
So over on TikTok, if you want to get in, here's the game pin 2365109.
Look at this bad boy. We're gonna give a
Yeah,
This is. I had this. Remember we had that.
we had a tasting. Yeah,
It tastes like it is. If you like spearmint,
oh,
this is your jam.
yeah. Again, that number was 2365109 over there on TikTok, or jump over to our YouTube page and the link is right there, or the code's right there on the screen. But yeah, that Boss Hog was.
Yeah, that Boss Hog is something else.
Yeah. Then let's see. Here's the other.
And then so those 4 bottles.
Yep. Nothing to be seen there.
Okay, so here we go. We ready to go? Ready to roll? Give it a second.
Yeah, give it a second here for anybody over on TikTok. Give them a minute to get over.
All right, we're at 8:02.
8:02. All right.
Has anybody had any of these bottles? I guess I should ask too. I'm curious to see what anybody thinks about any of these bottles.
Gandy, you didn't unsubscribe.
Whatever, Candy.
He unsubscribed for Cast 529 because he said Bengals will be 0-3.
They're not going to be 0-3. Come on now. You guys are stuck with Deshaun Watson up there.
Yeah.
But don't even. He's like the R. Kelly of football. Yeah, so I think they're all new for a lot of people. I'm not sure.
Well, the Buzzard Roost was new. We got that at Justin's House of Bourbon when we were down there.
So this Baker 7. That's
Yep.
new.
We got that at the Jim Beam Distillery. We got this Pursuit United Double Oak Rye at Bourbon on the Banks from Kenny and Cecil. They both, there's signature on it. If you can see it or not, but they both signed the bottles.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Anyways, one more time, TikTokers, the code for Kahoot is 2365109.
Okay.
All right, it is 8:02. We're going to start this bad boy because the Bengals are playing. So I'm going to take us off screen.
Don't remove us because remember the.
Hold on.
Okay.
Go to solo. How do you do that? Hold on. Oh,
Right there.
no. How do I do that?
It was over on the right.
This?
Up. Those little windows right there on the top right there. There you go.
Oh, we'll do that. That's enough.
Okay.
That's good enough. All right, here we go. Let's start.
All right.
All right, I got to take this down. I can't see this. Touch, go home. What the hell did she just do? This is Beth, man. So don't bitch at me. Who hit the game-winning home run in the 1988? Oh, I knew that one. I remember that one. Which I can play.
Martinez. Who's Martinez?
Martinez.
That's what the shirt.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember this was iconic. Yeah,
Yep.
Kirk Gibson, when he limped onto the field and he was all gimpy and time was sort of about to had a heart attack. I remember
Yep.
that. All right, here we go.
Zach.
All right, Zach, back from vacation. El Jefe. I thought that was you. Gandy, Galileo, and Troy. Here we go. Question number 2. What U.S. Olympian holds the record for the most medals? Did we already go over this?
I don't think so.
Who the hell's Mark Spitz?
What are you, swimmer?
I don't know. Never heard of him. Michael Phelps. Good job, Pete.
I would have said
no one got pulled for that.
I would have thought that'd have been
Simone Biles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see.
Man, this rye is really good.
Oh, I haven't tried it.
Man, it's really good.
All right. Gandy decides to play. I'm just giving you shit. All right. El Jefe is number 1. Fast Finger Comments. Or Fast Finger. What did they say that? Remember that game show?
Yeah.
Fast Finger. What was that game show?
I don't remember.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 3. Since the Super Bowl began in 1966, what 4 NFL teams have never made the Super Bowl appearance?
Oh,
dude, we already went over this.
No, we didn't. I know what this is. And she misspelled Pittsburgh. Darla, come on.
Yes, Darla. Lions, Texans, Jackson. Okay. Anything with the Browns was a suitable answer.
Yes, it was. Dollar bill.
McCormick is back. Dollar bill. All right. And here we go. Number 4. What the hell? What NHL team had the most Stanley Cups? It's got to be a Canadian.
Nope.
Did you spell it wrong again?
Yes.
She's going to spell Pittsburgh wrong.
No.
I'm going to say the Penguins. Oh, it's Canadians.
Wow. I'd have thought Pittsburgh as well. I mean, they got more Super
Bowl. Oh, wow. You guys know your hockey. I don't know my hockey. All right, here we go. Question number 5. What New England Patriots star was found guilty of murder?
Oh,
that's shit.
Easy. That's an easy one.
Most of you guys feel like it should be Tom Brady, but
for me, it could be all of them. Yeah, who
Robin Krowski. Someone did. That's awesome.
And no change.
No change at all. Who is widely credited for inventing baseball?
Ooh, good question.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
Also a publishing company.
Yep. That's right.
Yes. Abner Doubleday.
That's a good question.
Didn't fool you guys, though. All right, question number 7. Who's the all-time winningest coach, men or women, in college basketball?
Ooh, another good question.
You knew who I thought was going to be up there? Gino.
Well, yeah.
From UConn.
Yeah, it's not. Well, I know it's not one of them.
I don't know who Tara Van Devere is. Who hosted the play?
I know.
Oh, shit. I don't even know who she was. Who is that?
Pat Summitt. Wasn't she with Tennessee?
Oh, she's saying that the answer was...
Oh, Tara Vanderveer. What?
Someone needs to Google that.
Oh,
of course, Zach gets it right. Dude, you guessed, so you had no idea who that was. Don't even act like you did. Who's all-time winningest coach? What?
We just did this college basketball. Wait a minute. What'd she do?
Wait a minute. She screwed up the...
Wow.
What was the last question?
I think it was the same question, but it probably should have been women, and this should have been men.
No, it's Kim Malaki.
Huh?
All right, Beth. You screwed this trivia up, dude.
But the answer was Bobby Knight.
Yep. Right, but
yeah,
we had 2 of the same questions.
I don't know. Unless we read that wrong.
We're going to hear about it in chat. Let's see. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that one. All right.
Well, no change.
I don't know. Here comes question number 9. How many majors has Tiger Woods won?
She hasn't changed it, so they get double points. Let's fix that.
No, change. We're gonna.
Man, how many majors has Tiger Woods won?
That's a very funny picture there.
I'm
not so sure about that one.
Is that a mugshot?
I'll say he's getting home.
15. Wow.
I'd guess more.
Zach's taking it away.
Game's under protest. All right, last question. What women's soccer 12 for? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You can tell Beth did this one.
Yep. Yeah. I don't. That's not who I thought it was. Huh.
Han Solo.
No.
Brandy Chastain.
I did not know that.
All right, well, let's see who the winner is on whatever this shit show of a trivia.
So this is going to be for a sample of
These 4 things.
of all 4 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So number 1 is
Touch, goal, homer,
McCormick. Once again,
Zach.
Jesus Christ.
Zach.
Leaves vacation and comes right back and starts winning again.
Okay, Zach, you'll get a sample of the Pursuit United Double Oak Rye, Buzzard's Roost Rye Smoked Barrel, Boss Hog, and Baker's High Rye.
So Adam asked about how about that prize could be a whiskey grill. You know what? We won't do it this week though, because we're running out of time. We will do it next week. And also next week we're also going to give away a sample of the shit.
Oh, just go 12.
Yeah, the Bardstown Discovery 12. Stay tuned for that because you guys are going to want to win that one. We're going to do a review on it hopefully for Thursday. Some people think that's, well, from what I remember when we did it, it's a Bourbon of the Year candidate.
Yeah,
but
it is,
we'll properly review it for
Yeah.
Thursday and kind of go from there.
Okay. We need to talk about our pick for this week.
Oh, shit. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Are
we
we
got that
going-
to cover.
Are we going
Tight end.
We're going tight end?
We've done every position now. It's tight
Okay.
end.
All right.
One week, next week, we're going to fucking field goal kicker.
Oh, God. Boswell.
No, it's that dude from fucking Dallas.
Oh, a 65 yarder
Jesus
last
Christ,
night? Yeah. Yeah.
So, all right. So this week it is going to be tight ends. So pick your tight ends. Did you pick last week? I'm gonna pick my tight end. Hold on before you pick.
Yeah. Last week we had Dobbins, running back for Chargers.
Dude, I don't even know tight ends hardly.
Oh, tight ends?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you got Kelsey.
Okay. Well, I know what we got to pick this week.
Let's go with
Don't know Frymouth. Well, somewhat decent for them to at least try to.
Yeah, I'm trying
try
to
to
think.
win.
I don't like Kelsey. Kelsey ain't done anything.
You know what? Let's go for Gesicki. It gives people a chance.
Gesicki? Banks Gesicki?
Yeah.
No,
Not tonight.
Okay, not tonight.
Not tonight. Doesn't matter what Gesicki does tonight. We're talking next week. So Gesicki is our tight end pick.
Yeah.
And Mr. Lopez already did the Eagles. That's a great pick. He leads the league, I think.
Who's that?
Goddard for the Eagles. I think he's either 1 or number 2.
Yeah.
Jimmy Graham.
Now, $8 bill.
He was a great tight end.
I know George Kittle got hit in the dick, but he was out. Oh yeah.
What do you mean in the dick?
He went up for a pass and the guy got a shoulder in the nuts, and he as he was falling down, going, "Oh, dude, man, that was my dick. That was my dick."
You know what, $1 bill. We'll give you George Kittle, but if you want to change, you have till Thursday to email us and change that pick if you find that George Kittle's not playing.
Yeah, and if you want some time to think about it, just send us an email at bourbonandballs@gmail.com, and we'll get that on the list. But we'll go back through this live here and get all your picks if you don't.
Man, you guys are pretty smart because you guys are naming people I don't even know.
Yeah, who's Bowers?
Trey McBride. I don't even know who that is. Who's Bowers? Oh, Bowers is that Georgia guy on the Raiders.
Still don't even know who he is.
Oh, he was their number one pick. Well, first round pick. I think that's who you're talking about.
Wow.
So yeah. So yes, you are correct, John.
Bowers rookie. Okay.
Yep, and Gandy. So we'll write all this stuff down. We'll rewatch the show. So real quick, week 3, people. That's the one thing we're not caught up on because Jeff went solo last week because I have other obligations to do, and so did Beth. We'll get all the stuff graphed up and we'll put it on our community page probably by the end of the week.
Yeah, because
we'll get caught up.
Yeah, because next week we got the drawing for the winners.
Yes, because it's 30th. We got one more Monday.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I thought we were doing Monday nights.
Right. Oh shit, that is it. We're done.
So Monday night on the 30th we'll be
we'll be drawing.
We'll be drawing on Monday night.
What are we drawing for? The Russells? Or what we
saying? It was Russell's 15. Yeah, Russell's 15.
Russell's 15?
Yeah.
Ooh, you guys anniversary. So yes. So you guys go sample the Russell 15, and then we will do a giveaway on the Discovery 12 next week. It'll be a big week for us. And we have some other bottles I want to share with you guys as well. So I won't go too much farther into it.
And Jeff Castle, you're welcome from last week. We were the only ones that picked the Atlanta Falcons to win.
Yes. So Castle, you won. You were the only one that won last week. Can you remind us? We got to watch the show again from last week. What did you win? And don't give me no bullshit. Don't tell me freaking George C. Stagg or some shit. I'll look it up. But, a heads up would be nice. Otherwise, I have to watch the damn show.
Yeah, I think it was a sample of one of the bottles we had from our trip. But I don't remember, honestly.
Yeah, I don't either. So anyway, get your picks in by Thursday. And
hey, Troy.
Jeff, we got to watch the show. We got to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
And the winner of these bottles go to, not bottles, but samples.
The samples go to Zach.
So you got a shit ton of samples coming to you because I owe you a sample from before. Husky Dog, let me know what you think of the coffee for those who haven't seen it.
Right.
Put that in front of the camera. Yes, that is the new
that
bourbon.
Smells good.
Is it?
Whew.
God bless, that smells good.
Bourbon
that is the new Bourbon and Ballz homemade roasted coffee. It is soaked in, the beans were infused with Jack Daniel's barrel proof rye. So Husky Dog, enjoy this coffee. Let us know what it is. I'm going to have some tomorrow morning.
Bourbon and Ballz 86. So you guys are the ones everyone always confuses me for. We haven't heard of you, but it's good to know you. Good to meet you.
Everybody say hello to Bourbon and Ballz 86. So Sam Laporta is Bourbon Nerd. I was going to pick Sam Laporta as our pick, but we'll let you have that one. We want some more
info.
entries.
You got go at. What's his name?
We have
Kaseki.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, enjoy the Bengals game tonight. They're gonna beat them. You know what? I want to do a guarantee win.
Uh-oh. What?
Here's my guarantee win to you all. Here it is. All those who are on Patreon are going to go against me. If the Bengals lose, you guys will get a sample of the Discovery 12.
Okay.
I just pull that out of my ass. That's how confident I am on the Bengals winning. So you can get excited about it, but don't get too excited because it ain't going to happen.
Well, if I win, everybody should send me a sample.
So those who are on Patreon, that's your gift from me to you guys. If you guys, you can join now Patreon and still get into this contest. You have to be a paid Patreon. But that's what I'll do.
And if you missed the first part of our show this evening, go back and watch it. We had the Woodford Bourbon Guy on.
He was excellent.
He was fantastic. We're going to have him back on again. And actually, we're going to run into him down at Bourbon on the Banks next week or week after next.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And we'll do the same thing. We'll live stream as much as we can, just like we did at Kentucky Bourbon Festival.
Yeah.
But anyway, so until then, until next Monday, don't forget to watch the Thursday show on the Discovery 12 bottle review. But until then, of course, you know who I am. I'm Charlie.
I'm Jeff.
All right. We'll see y'all next time. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.